and I've listed a couple of them, and everybody should say yes to this. By the time I'm done, you realize that everybody should be saying yes. The number one reason is because your money stays with you. You will never have to give your money to a third party. You are not investing. It's not an investment scheme. You are not giving anybody your money and then the person promises you to give you certain returns on a monthly basis or quarterly basis. No. When I saw this, I got very, very interested. This makes a lot of sense. I won't have to, it's a do-it-yourself thing. I won't have to give anyone my hard-earned money. And the reason this is very important, this number one point is very important, is because of the sad stories. How many of us have had our fingers burnt in the last 2 years from investment?
Last 3 months.
from very funny investment schemes, and then they tell you they're going to be giving you so percentage. If you bring this, you get this, and then few months after, they disappear into few days. Some are even few days, few months, few weeks after, they disappear into the thing here with your money, and then it's all over. So some of them even have offices. They are registered. They have CAC number, but they still disappear with your money. So when people ask for offices and registration number, you just laugh. Buy FX, I carried everybody's money away. They have offices in more than 8 states in the country, and then money still disappeared into thing here. You get so this made it very important. The do-it-yourself route, because your money stays with you. You are not giving anybody your money. So have that at the back of your mind. What I'm about to show you. Then number two, the second reason I said yes to this, because you can do it hands-free. Say hands-free.
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 Hands-free. Like, you don't need to know much. You don't need to start learning the technical stuff, technical detail. Technology has made life very easy for us. Technology has made the impossible very possible. Technology has made a lot of things sound too good to be true, although still true. You get so you don't have to do a lot to actually get involved with this. As long as you can operate a smartphone, your Android, your iOS, you are good to go. So makes a lot of sense to me. And then it has high level of security. The security level in with what I want to show you is top notch. Top notch. Okay. What's your favorite bank, brother? I like him. He's been the most responsive in this class. What's your favorite bank?
I use
First Bank.
I like GTB.
But you like GTB. So GTB is your favorite. GTB is your favorite bank. How do you feel safe with your money sitting inside GTB account? Do you have to worry or panic that something has gone wrong with that money? Do you feel that way? Do you feel that way? The kind of serenity you have with your money sitting inside your GTB account, you have far more peace and serenity with what I'm about to show you. I'm trying to tell you it's that safe and secure. It's that safe and secure. That's the third reason. Then the fourth reason is that the system is loss resistant. Loss resistant. And I mean it. I repeat it again. Loss resistant. Now, do I mean there is no risk involved? No. Of course, if I tell you I'm showing you something that has no risk involved, then you should just stand up and walk straight out of there, because you know that this person is a scammer. In fact, living and breathing, choosing to sit inside this building, you know there is a lot of risk involved already. What's the guarantee that this building will not collapse? Okay, let me put it this way. Is there a probability that this building can collapse? Yes. Is there, no matter how little, no matter how slim, is there a probability that this building can collapse, or not every one of us sitting down inside this?
Yes.
Don't use faith. I am not talking about faith.
0.01%.
There is a probability. That's what I want to say. But why did you decide to still sit under this building? Because it has the probability of collapsing, no matter how little. Why? Because it is collapse proof, Abi.
The risk is very low.
It is collapse resistant, Abi. As far as they are concerned, simple. It's the same way. Loss resistant. Doesn't mean there is no risk involved. What it simply means is that whatever risk is involved is so negligible compared to the reward. Do you get? So that's what I meant by loss resistant. So guaranteed. Guaranteed. I like you. I want you to scream guaranteed. Guaranteed. It's sure for me. Now I did talk. Guaranteed. On terrible months, on your own, within the comfort of your own phone, in your house, chilling and enjoying, taking catfish, pepper soup and beer, sir. Normal. Watching Arsenal, Manchester United. You are still created.
Arsenal.
I'm an Arsenal fan. 10% is coming in every month. That is the worst case scenario. Now, on the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst, you will try to do something. You won't lose money. I think an opportunity that gives you something on the terrible and the worst month and doesn't lose your money, it makes sense, Abi?
Yes.
And then when you have the average month, you are doing between your 10 to your 30% regular, normal. And then on jollof months, those ones happen once in a year, once, twice, 3 times in a year. They just pop up, and then you make 50%, 40%. I think it makes a lot of sense. So these are the reasons I said yes to this business. So I'm very sure that you are already feeling antsy, and then you are imagining what I'm talking about. What's this all about? So the only thing in life that is constant is change. That is the only constant thing in life. And many years ago, and centuries ago, what was the means of exchange? Centuries ago, hundreds, 200 years ago, trade by barter. You have cow, I have goods. Let me exchange cow with goods. And then evolution happened, and then we evolved, and then we moved to using cowries in Africa, and then 2 cowries for 1 goods, 5 cowries for 1 this, and then that was the means of exchange. If you had shown them paper notes when they were using cowries, wouldn't they stone you? Okay, you go to the market now. Show them paper when they were using cowries, so you give the person 10 naira. Won't the person look at you like, what's up with this guy? You get. But now, walk into ShopRite now, and then you bought bread, you bought milk, you bought everything, and then you get to the payment, and then you bring out the way you're fine. What do you think? Security now. Because they believe you will soon constitute nuisance to the society. It is not normal. It's the same way if I tell everybody at the end of this class, I'm going to be sending a PDF file to everybody. Submit your email address. Let's assume that brother has the excuse, sir. I don't have email address. How will all of you look at him? Like, are we okay? So it's the same thing. That is change. That is change. Years ago, nobody had email address. As at 1999, there was nothing like ATM machine. I'm very sure when some of us saw ATM machine, we were scared of putting our cards into it because we were like, what will happen? What if it swallows this card? So it's the same thing that is happening now. Paper money is phasing out gradually. Whether you like it or not, it will phase out. And very soon, the way people will do transaction is by bringing out their phone and then you have blockchain technology that will move different digital currencies. You have started, everybody has started smelling it already, that digital currency has come to stay. Now, there is something happening to world economy, and it's going to be a major catastrophe coming. It's not only going to happen to Naira. Naira zone has always been, since 2015, it has been slumping, like Arsenal in the Premier League thing. So, it's no news. But then, even dollars is not going to be immune very soon. Dollar is at an all-time high in inflation rate. So, it makes you wonder, why are rich people such as Elon Musk rooting for cryptocurrency, right? Not only Elon Musk, our own Aliko Dangote endorsed cryptocurrency for the first time last week. It was like he has been studying the blockchain technology initially. When everything came about, it was like, what's all this rubbish? But then he has studied it for years, and he can say for sure this is the future of money. Those guys have access to some information you and I don't have access to. And it's the fact that they know that there is an impending collapse on the world economy. And the safe haven is digital currency. And you know the reason the safe haven is digital currency? The fact that digital currency cannot be printed. Anything that can be printed is subject to inflation. Am I right? Yes. So what I'm about to show you is how to play and how to play big. How to play big in the cryptocurrency industry, digital assets. how to acquire and get paid in digital assets. Say to your neighbor, how to acquire.
How to acquire.
And how to get paid.
And how to get paid.
In digital assets.
In digital assets.
Simple. That's what we'll be learning. You don't need to give anybody money to do it for you. You can do it yourself and then you get paid 10 to 50% monthly returns. Do you get? So how is this going to be possible? You know, I said your money never. So how would my money leave my side and then I'll be making money? Does it make sense? It's not making sense yet, Abi. No, it's going to make sense now. Let me paint an analogy and then dive into the matter. Now, okay. Oh, I wish I could use something symbolic. Okay. Welcome, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. What's your favorite bank, sir?
Stanbic IBTC.
Stanbic IBTC. Okay. Let's assume you have your bank manager's number. You've even met with him one-on-one. You know him. You know his phone number. And then if he calls you, you know he's the one. You know he's not an impostor. Now, on a Monday morning, let's assume he places a call across to you. What's your name, sir?
Odesanya.
Mr. Odesanya. And you say, good morning, Mr. Odesanya. You exchange pleasantries. And then he goes ahead to tell you, sir, we discovered you have $1 million sitting down in your bank account. Just lying hello there. And then you tell him, yes, I don't want to touch it yet. And then he tells you, well, instead of it lying fallow, there is this technology that we discovered. Now, listen, pick my words very carefully. Listen to this. You are about to listen to the summary of what I'm about to show you. This technology is from Singapore. And you tell him, yes, I know Singapore. Singapore is an Asian country. Okay. Singapore is not just an Asian country. It's one of the leading countries when it comes to artificial intelligence and tech. We all know that. Okay. So Singapore is one of them. And then it tells you they created this software and then released it. Ideally, this software has been a technology in use for 40 years. It's a 40-year-old technology. But the Singaporeans decided to package it into a software for the very first time. Ideally, it's been in use by big financial corporations, portfolio managers, hedge fund managers, only the big boys in the financial industry, and they've been using it for the financial markets to make gains. In fact, that's what we use in Stanbic IBTC to even use to trade your money and to give you little percentage on your treasury bill. I know that you're like, is that so? It's like, for the first time, they are releasing it to the public space for people like you and the regular masses to be able to purchase and then use to. And then what we'll simply do is that you get this software and we are going to connect it to your IBTC savings account. And you are like, how will you connect the foreign software to my account? What if he touches my money? And then the manager tells you, no, he can't touch your money. Don't forget we are Stanbic IBTC. Has anything happened to your money before? You say no. Okay. So why do you think something will happen to your money? You say, I'm sorry, sir. And then it tells you, before we connect this thing to your account, we are going to ask permissions. What permission are you giving this software on your account? And you are going to tick the permission. The only permission I'm giving this software is for it to be able to trade my money for me. I'm not giving it the permission to withdraw my money. And then Stanbic IBTC seals the deal. Because Stanbic IBTC is the bank now. If they don't give an authorization to the software to withdraw money, you can't withdraw money. And so you are already guaranteed that you can't withdraw your money. And then the bank manager tells you that once we connect this software to your bank account, it will trade with the money in the account, and then it will remit the profits right there in the account. And then on terrible months, it remits 10% or thereabout, 7, 8, 9, 10%. On very good months, which happens once in a while, it can even remit as much as 40, 50, 60%. But on the regular month, it remits between 10, 20, 17, 15, 25%. Should I go ahead to connect this software to your account?
Please go ahead.
Beautiful. Please give a round of applause for us. That is the summary of what I'm showing you today. I speak the truth, I lie not. That is how it is exactly. Now, at any point in time, was there at any point in time a point that I mentioned the money moved into the software? No, I won't be responsible.
No.
Where did the money stay? In the Stanbic IBTC account. Is his money with him or not? Is his money with third party?
No.
Is he making money on that money?
Yes.
That is what I'm about to show you. So the system is called Royal Q. Royal Q. Now what's the bank? You know I told you we are talking about cryptocurrency, digital assets. Now what's the bank we are talking about? Binance. Say Binance. Binance. So instead of your paper money bank, that is your digital currency bank. We use two, Binance or Huobi. Say Huobi. But the one we use the most is Binance. Binance is the largest crypto. These things are verifiable. Anything I say you can check. If someone who is telling lies, I will tell you you can't check. Check. Binance is the biggest crypto exchanger and it is the safest. Binance security rating is close to 95%. Anything that gives you 95% rating, you know the meaning of that. It means it's highly, your GTB security rating is not even up to 90%. Do you get? So it means it's safer than your Stanbic IBTC, safer than your Access Bank, safer than your Zenith, safer than your GTB. The funds are extremely safe and the funds stay inside that Binance account every time. Sometimes, no. Sometimes, no. Every time. One point in time or the other, every time it stays there. Now, let me play the devil's advocate here. Before you start asking me funny questions, I will ask the question and I will answer it so that you will not ask. People tell me what happens if, what's the guarantee that the software will not, this Royal Q software that you now want to attach to my Binance account, what happens if, what's the guarantee that it will not crash? You know what I tell them? No guarantee. What's the guarantee that the building you are sitting on that will not collapse? We said that then, let's not go back. The other sister, that yellow sister there, it seems each time I say collapse, she's like, I don't go mention collapse again. You know what? She said in Jesus' name, it's not collapse. So it's the same thing. But does that stop you from sitting under this building? No. Now, so I tell them no guarantee, I'm not God. But you know the beautiful thing? There is a guarantee that your money is not going to miss. You know why? Your money is not going to be inside Royal Q. It's inside where? Simple. When I saw this, when the person who showed me this showed me and I understood, my head opened. I was like, I want it now. It's a no-brainer. It's little or no risk involved. If the software, so I know we are so used to the word crash because the surname of our currency is crash. So we are familiar with crash. Naira crash. Kinika crash. Chedera crash. BioFX crash. With essential crash. MMM crash. So we are very calm crash. That's actually crash. So I know that the only thing that Nigerians, the number one thing that triggers in their head is crash. So I know you will ask me. So before you ask me, I'm going to answer you. So even if it crashes, what happens to your money is in your Binance. What happens to your capital? It is there. What happens to your profit? It is there. What will you do? You simply unbind it from your account. It's simple. So how does it work? You have a Binance account. You have your Royal Q software. You attach the two together by what we call API binding. And then when you are attaching the two, you are giving the Royal Q software only one permission, and that is trade the spot and market. Trade the spot market for me. There is a permission underneath. Will you allow this to withdraw your money? Are you going to tick that? No, of course, you won't tick that. So the only thing it does is to trade the market for you. Even if anything goes wrong with the software, your money is intact in your account. So it's simple. That's how it works. That's how it works. Now, what makes the software dope? Permit me to use the word dope. Is the fact that it's a quantitative trading bot. It's an artificial intelligence software, and then it doesn't trade futures. It trades the spot wallet. Is there a crypto person in the house? Like, you know crypto to some extent? Okay. What is the chance? What is the probability of you losing your money in the spot market? And that's one of the reasons people don't like trading the spot market, because it's like the gains are not as much as trading futures, are they? But also the chances of you losing your money is is almost impossible. Now there are two reasons you will lose your money in the spot market. Number one, let's assume the software places, I'm going to still explain how the software works. Let's assume the software buys a coin for you, Of course, you know that when you buy a coin, it's not immediately the value goes up. There are times it will still come down, minus 2%, minus 3%, even minus 10, minus 20% at times. Now, but if you now use your hand, let's assume that you are very impatient. You are like, this thing has been in minus 5% for long, and then you close it. You lose that 5%. That's number one way you will lose your money in the spot market. The second way you will lose your money in the spot market is, let's assume the software buys a coin for you, and then from that your entry price, let us assume that the enemies in the father's house and the people in the village decided that now that you have entered, we are going to make sure this price goes 100% against you. And then price moves from where you entered and goes down 100%. That's the second reason you will lose your money. Now ask me, on any of the major cryptocurrencies, has it ever happened that price reversed 100%? No. Even you know. Okay. So why should you be scared? The first reason, of course, I trust nobody will be mumu enough to use their hands to close a loss. Abi? And number two, it's not likely, it has never happened, it's not likely it's going to happen, that price will reverse against you 100%. So it shows that if you are patient enough and you have your objectives right, price will eventually move in your direction. Am I right? And then you eventually make your profit. So that brings us to how the software works. It's an artificial intelligence, it's a quantitative trading software, and then it's being used strictly by big financial corporations, hedge fund managers. 40-year-old technology. It's not new. You can check quantitative trading online. It's been in use for years, but it's been exclusive to big boys, the financial guns. Now it's released for the first time. Most of the other softwares you see outside, I'm very sure a lot of guys will be especially if you are technical, like but there are other trading bots out there now. They are algorithm. A host of the others are algorithm. This is a quantitative trading software, and it's more reliable, safer, and more accurate than all those other I call them Ajegule softwares. Do you get? So it's highly reliable. What does it do? It buys cryptocurrency for you at a low price, it sells it for you at a high price, and then it banks the profit for you in your finance. So it sells low, it buys low, sells high. Buys low. It's very simple. So it's not abracadabra we are talking about. It's something. It's not magic. It's just like, okay, let me come down to our level. It's just like you saying, okay, I bought naira at 210 to $1. Now it's what, 600 and Abi? And then you sell it off. You know you've made profit. It's simple. Relate it to crypto, and then you have something that now does it for you in an automated fashion. Buys different coins, sells, buys low, sells high, does it, buys another one, buys low, sells high, and then it does that repeatedly for you. Now it even has a mechanism in place that is so sweet. I know the next thing you ask is, what if when it buys and then the market starts going down? Beautiful. It has a system in place. It is called dollar. Say dollar. Cost average. Very simple. I'm going to explain how it works. Now, when the price keeps going down, this software is designed in such a way that it buys new position for you of the coins, and then it buys it. As it buys it, it reduces your average loss, floating loss, because as long as you don't close it with your hand, it remains a floating loss, and then it moves into profit eventually. Do you get? Now, and then it buys. It has made provision for as far as 40% dip. Do you get? How many coins even do 40% dip? It happens on rare occasion, am I right? And then it buys, it reduces your average loss, such that even if that market has the intention of doing 100% against you, it's not likely. It has reduced your average loss. Even after it does 100%, you are still not in 100% loss. You are still not going to lose your money. Do you get? So when I said it's loss resistant, I knew what I was talking about. Loss resistant. Very unlikely. And then when market starts coming up, those new positions he bought for you, he starts closing them in profit. Suppose you start closing them in profit, and then you start having your profit. See, I don't want to go into technicals. Just have it at the back of your mind that on a bad month, 10%, on regular months, 10 to 30%, And on extremely good months, 30, 40, 50, 60%. Is that interesting? Give a round of applause for Royal Crew. Do we understand how it works? Does my explanation make sense? I want to be sure we're all together.
Next question.
Yes.
Basically, I just checked through and the app is actually legit and real curious. They're really doing well. So, but there's an issue here and there are some reviews.
Okay.
Basically, how the bot really works.
Okay.
If it's finds to one's account, yeah?
Yes.
And he uses maybe the whole capital, let's say there's 1 million naira. So that
Yes.
means regularly we'll be getting 100k for the 10%.
Yes.
Now that's just on a normal day.
That's
So how because yeah, that was on the bad law. So basically what someone was actually saying, someone that uses the app, like
Okay.
a foreigner, was like, I don't know if I can read out.
Ask now.
So, was like, it's a good app, very nice strategy and all, but there's one very big flaw.
Okay.
For example, I start a cycle strategy in an X coin that is maybe USDT coin.
Yes.
At $1 price.
Yes.
Now take profit at $1.1. Price goes up and sells up for me at $1.
Yes.
Here's the problem. Due to the cycle strategy,
It buys again at
it will rebuy the same coin at a higher price than where it sold for profit. Now that is in this case $1.12 or $1.14 from a
Yes.
trading perspective. This isn't a good strategy actually.
No, let me. I know. I've seen it. Number one, to start with, what's the overall review over 5?
Well, 4.6. 4.6.
Beautiful. Anything that has 4.6 over 5 and that is Google Play Store certified, what is it?
Success.
Beautiful. The problem we have is that we want a perfect business. There is no perfect business. There is a better way. That's to start with. Then number 2, there is a flaw in what that person said. It's not true. I don't want to go into technicals because we are not into it. It's not true. Because you can set it on the software that when price comes back by a certain percentage, it buys a new position. He didn't get his settings right, so he's talking trash. So that's the answer. No problem. I'll talk. But it's not true. That's not true. Now, even if it is true, the dollar cost average tech, see, even if he likes, let it buy it at that position. There is a mechanism in place already. That's why it's a quantitative bot. Even if price keeps falling, see, the price has been falling for the past 2 weeks, and people have been making profits in Royal Q. People have done more than 10%. Some more than 10% already with the falling price. So it makes no difference at all. Do you get? So that's it. So any other person, any other question? I want to answer questions on this class before I move to the next. No. That's futures now. When you start talking about that, you're talking about forex and futures, and we all know that when you move into that dimension, if you move into the losing money to all direction, that's you want to. That's what I'm saying. It's not the same thing here. We only buy low, sell high. It's spot market. It's spot market. When you enter into that territory you are talking about, you have the tendency to make a lot of money. We also have the tendency to lose all your life savings and then go back to the village. We don't want that. We don't want people to go back to the village. The city is sweet. Please. Thank you very much. So that's it. Is it not better for you to be sure that your money is safe and it's not running anywhere? Even if it's giving you 10% and you are compounding it every month, than for you to have something that they tell you that it can give you 1,000% too, but it can also take your 1,000%. So that's what we are talking about.
Yeah, okay. Start. You said we are not going to drop any money.
Yes.
But on the long run, when you used InFi as an example, you said Binance will be connected to his bank account.
Yes.
So on the process of we trading, maybe buying and selling,
okay,
the money in his bank account, the money still be used to buy the.
And of course now, it's money inside the account that you use to buy the coins now. But the only difference is that that money is not moving out.
It's not moving.
It's still revolving within Binance now. Shebi is on Binance, the coin is being bought.
Okay.
Everything still stays there. It's Binance, yes.
Right.
You are very smart. Bank account in this case, it was an analogy I painted. So your bank account in this case is your crypto bank account. And then the software we're talking about in this case is your Royal Q software. And then you connect the two, giving it the permission to trade for you. makes 10 to 50 USDT. That's the currency it trades with. And then it backs your profit in USDT. USDT is the same is the direct equivalent of US dollars. So when you hear USDT, it's the same as US dollars. So that's the meaning of using dollars. It trades the top 70 coins.
Top 70.
Top 70. Cryptocurrency coins. Your Algo, your Matic, your Ethereum, your Bitcoin, name them. Top 70. You can see that it's interesting.
In Coin Capital Market.
Yes, in Coin Capital Market, from Binance. So let's move so that I don't take our time. How much do you think it's something that does this fantabulously well? How much do you think it could go for per annum? It's so fantabulous. If you think if it were from an American company, how much will it go for? $10,000. If it were from an American company, you like money very well in that country. How much is your iPhone 12?
1,012. I think 1,012.
Okay, if iPhone will not give you money, Americans are smart. It's a device that you are buying for your consumption, Abi. They made it $1,200, Abi. Beautiful. Now Americans will not give you something that is giving you 10 to 50% every month. They can tell you that they want to sell it for $50,000. That's it. Now, but how much do you think this goes for per annum? $1,000. Do you think it's worth it if it goes for $1,000? Now I want a responsive class. No, is it worth it if it goes for $1,000 in a year? From what I've told you, it does. $500, is it worth it? $700, is it worth it? But it doesn't go for that. It goes for talking of this. It goes for this fee. Combined. It's not cheap, it's affordable. There is a difference between the two, Abi. Isn't this affordable? It's affordable, Abi. But per annum. It means if you write, what's today's date? 21. Is today 18th? Okay, 18th. Now it means if you purchase the software today, the next time you are going to renew your subscription will be on the 18th of September next year, after making 10 to 50% every steady. Now, if you like, even if you are trading with $1 million, it's still the $120 activation fee, $20 gas fee. Even if you are trading with $100,000, it's still the same. Even if you are trading with $50, it's still the same. Do you get? It's fixed per capita. Do you get? Per annum. Give a round of applause now. To start any regular business, you can't start any business with this. That's what technology is doing to us in this age. Mother Luck has smiled on us. It has realized that we're in a country and in a system where to even start regular businesses is difficult. And then God introduced technology to help people level up. So we have people with offices without physical offices. Don't you know?
Yeah.
You know some people's workspace is Twitter. Twitter. And they're making millions. That's technology. It's the same way some people are multi-millionaires today. Now we're at a place, one of our friends' house, like 2 weeks ago, and then someone told us that he has a friend, I think his brother, bought 500 worth of Bitcoin in 2011. Yes. That's true. Use every.
In 2011.
In 2011.
1,000 naira.
In 2011.
Get 15.
He bought 500. That's around how much? That's about just 100,000 naira. Look at Bitcoin. 500. It's not story. This one is not super story. This is true life story. The person bought. He just bought it. Told that this coin they are talking about. We never can tell. Let me just buy it. And then he bought it. 500 Bitcoins. He forgot about it. And he forgot. And then he had one day, 2017, that the value of Bitcoin is around 13,500. And he said, "Hey, I bought this thing." And then he looked for the password to the wallet, and then he sold 300. Please multiply 300 by 13,500. That person is a billionaire by now, Abi. Billionaire, and he still has 200 that he has not sold, and he's not ready to sell the remaining 200 until Bitcoin enters 100,000. Now multiply 200 Bitcoin by $100,000. Now that is what technology can do. So when you look at it like, is this thing actually possible? Technology makes things look too good to be true. But as long as it's legitimate, you know the source is right, you know it's, so anything can be so good. So that takes us to the next class, and I'm going to introduce my brother. Don't worry, you will see results. So we will show results. We are not just talk. You will see what it has done. I started this business 10 weeks ago, and I've been able to show about 1,600 people this business all together, and they said yes, and they're extremely happy. They are jubilant. I have some of them sending me messages on a month on it. This is one of them. Please, can you raise up and give glory to the name of the Lord? Ma, Mrs. Olojaye, how has it been?
Fantastic.
Am I telling lies? Beautiful. So, we're going to show you live results. This is one of the results. This one is screenshot. We will show you live, so you see. But then, the better way. Say the better way.
The better way.
That's what I'm launching us into now. I'm a medical doctor, and then I won't tell you my salary, but I just want you to guess. I'm a resident doctor in Lagos State University. Sir? Presently on strike, fighting the federal government seriously. But you know what I did with what I'm about to show you? I gave the government a middle finger. Yes. And then I found a way through a unique opportunity by working part-time. Say part-time. Part-time. By working part-time on my fortune. What was it? For those who came early, I talked about fortune and profit and wages, Abi. Yeah. I said profit gives you, wages earn you a living, profit gives you fortune. So it means making profits. I found a way by working part-time on my fortune to earn 4 times as much as I earned working full-time on my job. You can just guess how much that is. Would you like to listen to my story? You didn't answer me now.
Yes.
Would you like to listen to my story? Don't worry, you won't listen to my story, you listen to my brother's story. So I bring to show us class 2. Class 2 is very optional. Actually, if you don't like class 2, you can stand up and go once you listen to it. So it's not by force. You can buy the software, activate it, start using it. If you have $1 million, 100,000 naira, 1 million naira, and just keep getting your 10 to 50%, and then you don't need to talk to a soul about this business. It's not. You don't need to talk to a soul. You don't need to refer anybody. Just make your money and go. It's not. But class 2 is for some of us who like money, and I'm unapologetic about it. If there are 4 ways of making money through a business, I'm going to explore the 4 ways, because I don't like leaving money on the table, and because I don't like being broke. Do you get? Do you get? So class 2 is for broke people. You are broke, and you know you are broke. You don't need to be. You don't need to. When I started it, I was broke. That's why we are fighting federal government. Do you get? But then I found a way to be able to make transfer of my salary in a month, and then I'm about to share the story with you. So I bring my brother. By Sagwengo Weye, he's an author, he's a real estate consultant, serial entrepreneur. He's going to take us through class 2, but he's going to show us results first. And so we'll see how it works. Thank you. You won't clap for me.
Round of applause to Dr. Laneye. So, I'm Barrister Woye. I always like to be very quick. In 15 minutes or 10, we'll be done. What you saw was class 1. What is class 1? How to make between 10 to 50% every month, isn't it? Without giving anybody your money. So, how does the software look like? If you see my screen, let me share my screen and take you through the software very quickly. Royal Q there, right beside my Binance account. You can't connect it to your GTB. It's not possible. You can only connect it to your Binance account or your OB account. So if I click Royal Q, you see how it comes up. Very beautiful. How do you connect to your Binance? Can you read this?
Yeah,
Bound. I have attached it to my Binance. I can actually attach it to my OB account at the same time. So I have some folks in Lagos who have some millions in Binance and some millions in OB, and Royal Q is trading the money at the same time. So you have plenty money, you can do that. Then have revenue, results from your trading shows up in your revenue. Remember, your money is not here. You remember that. Where's your capital? Binance. So whatever you are seeing here is a reflection of what is happening in Binance. So if I click on revenue, when did I start trading? So I scroll up and quickly show you. July 16. The date is there, isn't it? 07/16. So like I said, many people were broke when they see this. I was broke. So I had $70. Just $70 to start with. So gradually, 21 cents, 60 cents, $2, $1, $1, 82 cents. July 24, $2.
That's your profit, right?
My profit.
Profit per day or cumulative.
Okay, so the dates are there, isn't it? Every day or every other day. Every day. About 4 days later, I chopped up to $30, making $100. And so far, you can see, okay, yesterday I chopped up to 1,500. So in 2 months, really, on my $100, here's my cumulative, isn't it? $107. Remember, I chopped up with 1,500 yesterday. So really, in close to 2 months, it did about 100% for me. It is not always like that. You know that. You don't make 40% every month. 40%, 50% is jollof, like you said, isn't it? Most times, 10%, 20, 30. But for most people, the fact that you're not giving a third party your money is priceless. Am I correct? Yes. You have your peace of mind. Your money is with you. So if you're okay with 20, 30%, you're in the right place. If you want to win Ogoji every 1 week, 100%, wrong place. Eventually you get scammed, isn't it? So Ogoji, they will steal your money. Royal Q, your money is with you. You can withdraw your capital anytime. You've done something Ogoji before. Yeah, so you like it.
So you like it, I don't like it anymore.
So they will disappear with your capital. Here, your capital is with you. Your profit is with you. You can remove your money anytime. So class 2 is simple. That's how class 1 works. So class 1, 10%, 20, 30, 40 every month. You're making profit every day or every other day. How does class 2 work? Before we go there, how does class 2 work? Number 1, class 2 is optional. You don't have to do it. You don't even have to see it. The only thing about knowledge is that when you don't know it, anything you don't know is greater than you, isn't it? Am I correct? Whatever you don't know is bigger than you. So which class 2 for? You're broke, you need money fast. Class 2 is for you. You are there, you need class 2. What's your name, sir?
Hi.
Mr. K, you need class 2. You need to see class 2. Now you can see it and not do it. You do. Who is class 2 for? You don't want to borrow money. You have a personal project before December, you're chasing. You can do class 2, it's optional. Or your bus stop, you're rich. So some folks say they're millionaires, but you want more money, class 2. You want to enter class 2? What's your name, sir? Mr. Angel. So how does class 2 work? I'll give an example, I'll give an example, you get it. Mr. K, have you seen King of Boys? How many people here have seen King of Boys?
The return of the King of Boys.
The new one?
The boys. 1 to 7.
So, I'm explaining class 2 now. Imagine that Kemi Adetiba, you know Kemi Adetiba, tells you that Kemi calls you, you have a number, example. This is just an example. Calls you and tells you and says, hello Mr. K, how are you, sir? Fine. My movie's out, King of Boys. It's the same already. Now, for anybody you tell about King of Boys, or they go and watch, or they download on Netflix, or they watch on their laptop, I will pay you $30, 17,000. How many people will you tell?
1.1 million.
that's class 2. How does class 2 work? So I'll show you my class 2 and what I've done in the last 2 months. So how does class 2 work? Can we have one now so I can really explain for you how class 2 works? The moment you get your software, once you get your royal queue, $140 you activate. You are a V1. Everybody's a V1. So what do I mean? First time I saw this was Lagos, July 9. It was telling me about it for about 3 days. So Friday morning I drove down to Lagos. Saturday I got activated. It was $120 back then. It just became $140. Sunday I came back. Sunday morning to Ibadan. I told a friend who's a reverend in Lagos about it. Send my link to him. He activated. How much? $30. Yeah. Once you send your link to anybody and they activate the software with their own $140, Royal View takes 30 inside it and gives you Mr. K. So $30 is 17,000 naira. Now, so 2 days later, I told another friend who's abroad about it. Send me your link. I sent it. Activate $30. Where's the money coming from? From their activation. We have to take 30 inside the 140 and give you. It's not much, but it's something, isn't it? It's 17K. So, July 14, nobody signed up with my link. But everyone will not fall, have you? Line goes on. So 0.04, a few cents. How come? 2 of them, I started trading. I get a commission again from their trading. So, anybody you refer and they start trading, Royal Q will still give you commission from their trading. So even if you don't refer anybody, you still make small cents or sometimes dollars. So I'll show you. So July 15, I made $30. Yeah, of course. July 16, a friend who got married last Saturday, $30. July 17, nobody used my link. 18, nobody used my link. 19, $30. 20, nobody. But you can see little cents from their trading, about 3 or 4 of them now. July 24, they made so much money. You see how much I made? $1 this time around. July 27, I became a V2. So what does V2 mean? So let me break it down. In Royal Q, if you decide to promote and recommend the software, you know you can promote and recommend King of Boys, you won't get paid. You can talk about it, 0 naira. You can tweet about it, you are wasting your time. But if you talk about Royal Q to people, the same way you talk about King of Boys, you can get paid. How do you become a V2? How many ranks are there in Royal Q? 6 ranks. If you want to write, you can write. If you want to record my voice, you can also record my voice. There's V1, VIP1. V means VIP. So VIP1, VIP2, VIP3, VIP4, VIP5, and VIP6. Everybody that buys the software gets in as a VIP1. Everybody. Doesn't matter if you're a billionaire or you borrowed your own funds, you're a VIP1. How do you become a VIP2? It's very simple. So, Mr. K, imagine that you get the software today, and tomorrow you send your link to him. You send your link to me, and to Mr. Kenneth. I will sign up. The moment you have 3 of your friends use your direct link, and your team grows to 20 in total, you're a VIP1. You're a VIP2. How much do you make daily as a V2? Your daily income is between $10 to $50 every day. Or 4. 3, sign up with your direct link. Then your team grows to 20. The remaining 17, we don't care where they come from. I don't can bring 17, you don't have to know that. You don't have to know that. The moment your team grows to 20 in total, and out of the 20, 3 of them use your own direct link, you become a V2. So what are the benefits of V2? Number 1, when any new person now signs up with your link as a V2, you don't get paid $30 anymore. It goes up. It's now $40, 20,000 naira. Number 1. Number 2, as a V2, when anybody joins your team, whether you know them or not, so it's only 3 of us who give your link. Have you? Then I bring him. When you become V2, you still get an extra $10. So you start to see $10, 10 from different places. So daily income of V2 in Royal Q is between $10 to $50 every day. You can make as much as $25,000 daily. As a B2, any indirect that enters your team, $10. Any direct with your link, $40. So notice after July 27, you notice you were seeing $30. My income jumped up. I became a B2 on July 27. For July 28, I made $21. How come? Only 2 people joined my team. I don't know them, but I still get paid $10 as B2. You don't have to know them. The moment you reach B2, indirect, $10. So notice, July 29, how much did I make? 70. 7 people joined my team. I don't know them. July 30, $40, $62. So you see, it varies. Sometimes it's more than $50, isn't it? Yes. Your daily income on B2 is between $10 to $50. Sometimes it can be more than that. Sometimes it's less than $50, $20, $30. As people join your team, $70. August 4, how much? $10. Why? Only one person joined my team. I don't know him, but I still got paid $10. August 5, 61, $82, 27, 23. August 9, 51, 87, $60, $83. August 13, I became a B3. So the next question is, how do you become a B3? Or how much do you make daily as a B3? Should we start from there? How much do you make daily when you become B3? Most B3s in Royal Queue make between $100 to $200 every day. It can be more than that sometimes. It can be less sometimes. But your daily income average, you like that? $100 is how much? About 50, right now, 57,000 naira. $200 is about 100K plus. But how do you become B3? Very simple. Your team as a B2, how many people do you need in your team as B2? 20. You need only 3 directs. So to become B3, simple, just add 2 more directs with your personal link to your team. Have 2 more people sign up with your direct link. So make it 5. Then your team grows to 100. The moment your team hits 100, so requirement number 1, 100 in total. So 80 plus 20, isn't it? 80 more. So 100 in total. 2, you must have at least 3 of your friends become B2. So you can't become B3 if him and me and him don't become B2.
The moment they become B2,
the moment we become B2 and you have 100 in total, you become B3. So you can't go forward alone. You must move with your friends, isn't it? So like I was in Lagos yesterday, there was a woman there, she said teamwork. It's teamwork. You can't do it alone. So I'm sure you heard this statement from this very popular philosopher. His name is David Adeleke. He said we rise by lifting others. Have you heard that? Who said that? We rise by lifting others. Isn't that a philosopher?
Yeah, small doctor.
He said we rise by lifting. You can't become B3 if 3 of your friends in your team don't become B2. The moment you have 100 in total and at least 3 B2s, you become B3. Daily you're doing 50K or 100K, 70, 120, 110, 19,000. So August 13, Lagos, Friday, Ikeja, I became B3. So notice how my income jumped up again when I hit B3. $125. $216. So this is 100K plus. This is about 60K. $221, $227, $268, $184, $220. So August 24, very active, isn't it? $150K in a day, $308. Next day, what happens? Slow day. I mean, $75, but it's not bad. It's okay. It's manageable.
Money for shawarma.
$180, $150, $151, $180, $126. Another slow day, $72. So it varies. Can you see that? can vary. It can be more than 100, it can be less. And more than 200, it can be less. But averagely, $100 to $200 every day. As a VP, Mr. Aisha wants to buy Lexus, every day, you buy it. August 29, $136, 101, 132, 173. September 4, 270, 134, 284, 172, 136.
Yes.
So, September 12, I became a V4. How much do you earn daily as a V4? That's the question, isn't it? What do you do to become a V4? How much do you earn daily as a V4? Daily as a V4, your income is around $500. One house. V4 income. V4 income between $500 to $1,000. It can be less than that when you're a new V4, a baby V4. So usually it's like $300 to $1,000 as a V4. So notice again how my income jumped up after September 12. So 280, close to 300, isn't it? $300 is about 160K. September 13, 463. September 14, 391. September 15, 300. September 16, 305. Yesterday, 219. Today, as we speak, how much?
So you are making money as you are enjoying your
Exactly. Exactly. So you see, in about 2 months and 6 days, it's about $8,500, about 4.7 million naira. If you decide to promote and recommend,
When it's not like he has to mark in his brain.
So-
Because we've done almost everything now.
so how do you know that we draw everything or not? Okay, well, requirements for V4, very simple. 300 in total. In your team in total. 8 direct. You just add 3 more to your V3. 8 direct. 300 in total. And of course, we rise by little others, isn't it? 3 of your friends must do what? They must become V3. Requirements for V4, one house. Somebody asked, what are the requirements for V4? Very simple. 300 in total. 3 of your friends have become V3. If not, you will become V4. And of course, 8 direct. All you need is 8 direct. I have like 12 direct from my friends. Direct. So did I answer your questions? Yes, I did. Alright. There's V5, there's V6. V5, $2,000, $5,000 daily. So let's just stay here. So any questions? If you decide to promote
I think you should tell them what's V5. V5 is 60. They need to be
requirements. Okay. Requirements for V5.
That's your gadget.
No, so V5. Somebody's writing V5 requirements for V5 800 in total. 12 direct. So like Mr. Yeshua say, how many are winning by the way? Like 6 million. 6 million people. 800 is you get them. So 800 for V5. 3 V4s, isn't it? We rise by leading others. 3 V4s and 12 direct. 12 direct V5, 800 in total, 12 direct, 3 V4s, your V5.
$1,500 to $5,000 and a special bill. Now we have people ending it already.
So V6 requirements for V6. V6 1,500 in total. Of course, 3 V5s before you can become V6. 3 of your friends must be V5. How many direct? 20. 20 direct, and you become a V6. Daily income in V6 is $10,000 to $50,000 every day. There is no V6 in Nigeria yet. Yes. Okay. Any questions? Any questions? Yes, please.
Okay, am I doing 5 new directs, or I just had 2 directs for this team?
Next question. How do you become V2? 3 direct and 20 in total. When you want to become V3, 5 direct. Do you need 5 new direct? No, just 2 to join your existing 3. That's all. That's all. Any other questions?
That's the song.
If you want to snap this, you can take a picture of it if you wish to. If you want a picture of this, you can take a picture.
Sorry. The
Yeah.
average daily earning
Yeah.
on this calculation for V6.
Yeah.
So, and even if the registration is an indirect one,
Yeah.
I get paid $10,000.
Not $10,000. This is your earnings in a day as a V6 from all the activity in your team. Yeah.
So I'm saying,
Of course I will. So,
Why don't you come for action?
alright, folks are taking pictures. Let them go. So she's asking, she's confused. How do you make your money as a V6 or V5? Hello, what's your name?
Kemson.
Miss Kemi, so can I answer? Mrs. Okay. Call her. Where's the money coming from as a V6 or V4 or V5? Activation, isn't it? Anybody who joins your team as a V6, you get paid $10 on that. Any V1 new that joins your team as a V6 is $40. V2, 30. V3, 20. V4, 10. So this money is money from people joining your team. It is even different from your trading money.
Trading money is still
Trading money is still coming. That's plus one.
Trading money is not part.
No,
From 4 million is like trading money.
4 million is from my activation.
Is there a profit coming from their own investment?
So
Yes, ma'am.
give me my screen.
This is just for activation to have to
Let's break this down for you so you can understand. Today is what? 18. Let's use today's example. I'm up $300 today. I won't repeat myself, so I'll say this only once. Once you miss it, you're gone. You're gone. If I click on this, you see the breakdown. So if I click on 300. You see, I have $10. I don't know them, but they're joining my team. I get paid $10 as a V2. There's a $30 here. How come? So one of my V1s signed somebody up. I get $30.
V1.
Yeah, one V1 in my team. I don't know him. He signed somebody up. I get $30. $20, isn't it? One V2 in my team, sign somebody up, I get $20. The $10 you see are from my V3 legs. So what total in activation is how much? How can I get total? So I click activation. From activation alone today, I'm up to 70. So where's the remaining 30 coming from? So I click direct quantification. My friends who use my own direct link to sign up from their trading, I'm up $1.7 today. I have just 12 of my friends who sign up on my link. So where's the remaining $29 coming from? Team quantification. On my team today alone, I'll make $29. So even if nobody signed up in my team today, I'm still up about 16,000 naira. It's not bad. Do you understand the breakdown of the 300 now? Is it clear now? Is it certain that I'll be up more than 300 before 5 p.m.? Of course. Of course. So, any other questions? Yes.
Like with this your account, if you want to make a withdrawal, is it possible?
Why would I be doing this account withdrawal? Should I show you how to send money
Please
to
show
your
me, let me
Binance?
see how you send USDT and
So, how do you send money from your Royal Q to your Binance? So out of from my 8,500, you will notice that I've withdrawn everything. How much is left? 443. But your question is, how do you send money from Royal Q to Binance? You know this is not your trading money. This is from referral. Your trading is in your Binance. For your money for referral to come into this place, you must send it to Binance. How do you send money from here to Binance? It's simple. Just go to Binance. So if I click on my Binance account, it comes up. Nothing comes
withdraw my
Money from Royal Q to send to
Royal Q to my Binance.
So you click on deposit and you search for USDT. TRC20, one of the fastest networks on Binance. Once you click TRC20, you copy your wallet address because that's what you go and paste in Royal Q. So you go back to Royal Q and you click on assets. You want to remove money, have you? Withdraw. So you paste the address here from Binance. Then how many dollars should you withdraw? 50 is okay now. $50, $2 transaction fee, 48 will drop in Binance. So let me make this 52 so that 50 can drop in Binance. Check, then you confirm it. So, how many seconds it take? Less than 3 seconds. $52 is out of here. So if I go back, you see how much am I left with? 391. I could only withdraw the old 400. But your Royal Q must always have $20 in it consistently so that it can work. It's called flow fee. You learn about that later. The money should drop in Binance in about 2 minutes. But the money now you can use it to do a lot of things. $50 is not much. You can buy shawarma at $40 inside this. 30,000 naira shawarma.
How do we now spend it? Do we spend it from Binance?
How do you spend it? You sell your dollar, then you get paid. You know about Binance. You sell your dollar, you get paid in naira.
It's very easy, very straightforward.
I send you money, you send it, and I'll pay you.
So let's wait for.
You don't even need to start looking for people to buy. It's automated. It's on Binance there. There is always someone willing to buy.
I want to buy now.
Aggressively to buy.
Aggressively to buy USDT or USDT aggressively.
Eh?
You don't buy aggressively.
Aggressively.
I buy for you.
So what's for Binance now, isn't it?
I went to Jerusalem.
Alright, so hey. Email is in. How much? $50.
Abacha, you see and everybody you see, everybody can see.
I think I paste my USDT wallet to me.
Now my senior before.
So you see, USDT is completed 1 minute ago. If I click on it, it pops up. $50 completed. That's how it works. Okay, so yeah, that's it. That's how it works. It takes about 2 minutes from Royal Q to your your Binance account. It's very fast. Any questions? Any questions? Sir?
Not everybody.
Hello, sir. Any questions? You're clear? So you know what to do next already. Get the link of whoever invited you here. Just text them on WhatsApp. Send your real Q link. Anybody here has Binance? Do you have Binance? Let me see your hand up. So what to do quickly? If you're not in already.
If I use your link, can I have my own personal?
You like by lifting up
Who invited you here? Who invited you here?
She was one and she was one.
And you use her name? That's okay then. So you just send 140 from Binance, you can get activated now. All the binding will be done for you right now, here, very quickly.
So you guys should send some effort to activate
your real yeah.
I said so you have to start over.
Yeah.
Yes, to start to be in your Binance.
To start trading.
To start trading.
What's the minimum?
150. You can do lesser than that, but that's what we recommend.
150 per month.
Yes, you can do lesser than that, but that is what we recommend.
How much is there?
Naira is 170.
Any other questions? Any other questions?
How much is it?
$140. How much is Naira rates? 570.
570.
So can we call it a day? Can we round up? Any other questions for the last time? Thank you everybody for coming.
Please give a round of applause.